Hello brothers and sisters. The 2016 Spring Cheongpyeong Great Works, the Azalea Festival, is currently being held this weekend from May 6th to the 8th. We will begin your weekly update by reviewing a video about Cheongpyeong. The homeland of our hearts. The original homeland of our spirits, Cheongpyeong. Cheongpyeong is a gift of grace from true parents. Infinite miracles have occurred here and testify to their love. In this new era, God's divine work has begun anew in Cheongpyeong. The Cheongpyeong Holy Ground sits in a valley, caressed by cool fresh breezes next to a clear blue lake. With one heart, members cleared the steep mulberry field, even in stormy weather, and built the Wonsongjeon. Though drenched in sweat as they worked all night, their hearts surged with joy. On July 12, 1971, the Wonsongjeon, big enough for 200 people, was completed. At the time, no one predicted that a great temple would be built where 10,000 people would worship. Numerous Divine Principle workshops were held here. The sound of impassioned words from the principal did not stop, and the stream of people only increased. Two parents would pray for every small and large providence as they traveled between Seoul and Cheongpyeong, sometimes several times a day. Each time they overcame another hill in the province, they only offered more devotion. Cheongpyeong transformed into a holy ground where one could not visit without shedding tears. Father's earnest prayers to comfort God are infused in every blade of grass, and Mother's ardent tears for the salvation of humanity had been shed upon the pure waters of Cheongshim Lake. Their iron determination to fulfill the will, even when they had to sacrifice their own flesh and blood, is embedded in every stone. 1995 was the year of the Cheongpyeong Holy Ground's 24th anniversary. On January 19, 1995, 7 years after Taemonim passed away, the great works for the substantiation of the Holy Spirit began. True parents who were preparing the foundation for Cheonyeoguk had to establish Hungjeonim and Taemonim to represent the works of the Holy Spirit. The Cheongpyeong works is not simply works of healing which grant grace, but it is works of restoration which reclaim the good sovereignty of God's people. If we understand our parents' hearts and offer our loyalty and piety, deep grace will be given to us. May miracles happen and hopes be achieved.
청평은 타락한 인류를 돌감람나무를 참감람나무로 만들어주는 곳이야. 세계의 모든 사람들이 이 청평 으로 다 몰려와야 돼. 그래서 새 생명을 구해야 돼. 참 부모에 의해서 어느 한 개인에 의해서 되는 게 아니고 참 부모에 의해서 섭리 역사가 이루어진다는 것을 알아야 돼요.
providence of salvation for the physical world and spiritual world was the greatest miracle and the greatest grace. Father of love, Mother of life. From now until eternity, may the great works flow like a rushing stream. Cheonpyeong is quite a special place to Chu parents and many of our members. I hope that all of you can receive His grace even from afar. We will now cover news from our members from around the world. In Mie Prefecture, Japan, there was a blessing ceremony for married couples. 22 couples participated in the blessing and heard a lecture on the value of the family. There was a special case this time in which a couple who had divorced 30 years ago realized the importance of the family and reunited. In the eastern province of Rwanda, 12 married couples including 3 Christian pastors received the blessing. Our members there have been active in disseminating divine principle education and internal guidance and holding blessing seminars. Through these activities, 10 people are currently preparing to attend the next blessing ceremony. In Cameroon, the new national leader, who was appointed last November, is currently on a national tour to each community hosting special workshops for Heavenly Tribal Messiahs. During the workshop in the city of Bamenda, participants received education on the mission of Tribal Messiahs. They also developed a roadmap to overall success, complete with strategies and tactics. In Ivory Coast, 10 new members completed a 7-day Divine Principle seminar. The participants wish to continue studying our teachings and have pledged to redirect their lives centered on the principle. In the city of Osaka, Japan, a Save the Nation, Save the World conference was hosted by the World Peace Federation. 1,600 people, including intellectuals and government officials, attended. Senior advisor of the World Peace Federation, Tokuno Eiji, conveyed Chu parents' messages of peace and urged the attendees to take part in the movements for peace for the sake of Japan and the world. In Peru, UPF and the Great Universal Brotherhood co-sponsored an event to celebrate the UN International Mother Earth Day. Various leaders and representatives expressed their concerns for the environment and presented about related activities done. Musical performances depicting nature enlivened the evening. UPF Albania partnered with PEN Albania to celebrate the International Day of the Book, a day organized by UNESCO to promote reading, publishing, and copyright compliance. UPF introduced a video about Chu Father's autobiography, and there was a recitation of his poem, The Crown of Glory. In the Czech Parliament, a roundtable discussion took place with 30 participants in attendance. It was a follow-up to the International Leadership Conference held in Seoul, Korea last February. Focusing on the role of politicians and religious leaders, the discussions cover various issues including human rights, peace building, and freedom of speech. In Togo, the Youth Federation for World Peace held a conference in order to establish partnerships with other youth associations. The Youth Federation introduced their organization and its activities and gave a talk on searching for true love. The youth organizations gave a positive response and plans for future meetings are in motion. In Ivory Coast, the first 40-day seminar to train men and women who want to become pastors was held. In early March, participants completed a 10-day fundraising period to finance 40-day training. Training activities included studying and practicing to teach the divine principle, learning about church growth, tribal messiahship, family life, preparing Sunday services, and more. Through the trainees' witnessing activities, 2 Christian ministers and the village chief requested that they hold a conference for their communities. In Nepal, 12 black belt and 1 brown belt Tongyen Mudo instructors from around the nation attended a 3-day training session. Kashinath Kanal, National FFWP lecturer, emphasized the importance of becoming public-minded and honoring purity. In the Solomon Islands, there was a 21-day program to experience life at the church center. Activities included fundraising, witnessing, daily hundoke, education in heavenly tradition, and the significance of the blessing. By the graduation ceremony, 5 brothers and sisters committed to becoming full-time members at the center. In Germany, a matching and blessing preparation workshop was held for European blessing candidates 25 years old and older. About 100 people, young unificationists and parents attended. There was time to interact, receive guidance, and have counseling. The participants felt supported by the staff and each other. Members and parents alike became more confident about the matching and blessing process. National leader of the Republic of Congo, Reverend Karima, is currently on a national tour to revitalize church members. Members were stimulated to work harder on their Tribal Messiah activities, and core members are preparing for the upcoming launching of the Association of Parliamentarians for Peace. In addition, the national leader is visiting governmental figures, ambassadors for peace, and other officials. In the United States, young working professionals of the Unificationist faith came from 7 different states for a retreat in the Poconos Mountains. The mission statement of Connecting Our Roots is to create opportunities for people to relax in nature and to nurture connections with one another and with God. Through outdoor activities, presentations, testimonies, and self-reflection, participants could evaluate their lives, articulate values, and share their vision for the future. In the recent earthquake and aftershocks in Japan and Ecuador, there have been thousands of casualties and displaced people. Therefore, the Family Federation headquarters in the United States and Korea are collecting donations to send to each country to support relief efforts. If you're interested in making a donation, please refer to the information given below. God bless and stay safe.